starting out on a trip to Bremerton. Right now we're on the outskirts of Belfair on Victor Cutoff Road. Victor Cutoff Road has been in at least one of my other videos. It sure is a nice way to start the ride out. It's a little twisty, medium grade uphill. Pretty nice road. It tees into Highway 3, which goes north and south to Shelton, north to Bremerton, and Paulsbo, and the Hood Canal Bridge on the Kitsap Peninsula. It looks a little foggy out today. It's a little hazy and it's a little smoky. The sun this morning was a bright orange, reddish orange. I went out to the airport early in the morning to drop off my fiance, and she took a few snaps along the way, but the sun was amazing. I'll try and fit a couple of those pictures in here. We're coming up to Highway 3. We'll take a right here, head down into the thriving little metropolis of Belfair. A few fellow bikers out and about. Got away from one of them. Today I'm heading to Bremerton to go to a gun and knife show. I have some parts to trade, sell, not much, just a few pieces, but they fit my Lee Enfield 303 rifles, and I need a few pieces for a 1916 SMLE number 1 Mark III. It's missing a few pieces. I'm doing a complete rebuild on it. I bought a new wood kit for it. A few screws, a couple little pieces are missing. It was a sporterized model that had been, the old factory wood had been removed, and except the stock. The stock was original, but they had done some unique carving to the grip area. Anywho, the show I'm going to is probably the biggest on the west side of the Sound. Hopefully it's worth my time going out. Either way, it's a fun day for a ride. It's 67 degrees here. But today, Belfair, we are in Belfair now, has a little farmer's market. My mother used to do that with her sewn and knitted goods, and she did really well over the years. It runs from, I think, late May through to October. Almost right up to Halloween. So it was a pretty good event. Every Saturday, 10 to 3-ish, I think. But yeah, this is Belfair. It's not really exciting. It's functional. Pretty much everything's here for what you need. You know, there's an artist with weird stuff in his yard. There's a brewery. It's actually a really good brew. The guys do a good job. There's a little hotel or motel. There's a few thrift shops. There's a few other businesses. Joseph Builders, the North Mason Chamber, licenses and stuff. There's a medical facility. It's not all inclusive anymore, and there's plenty of these things. Coffee shops and pizza joints. You got your fair share of banks. That's my Peninsula Credit Union I go to. Up on the left here is Mitchell Lumber. They've been here since 1993. Before that it was Neal's Lumber. And good stock of everything you need for building a house. It's pretty great. And Woodshed Tavern, not a great choice of taverns through the area anymore. There never really has been. Oh boy, here's a Fuster clock. What else is in Belfair? Oh, over here's a Dairy Queen. There's, I'm still in second gear. Oh, that works. There's a Ben Franklin. No, now it's Scott McClendon's Hardware, more like Ace Hardware right there. That's pretty handy. A couple of gas stations in town. The QFC grocery store over here on my left. There's a Safeway around the corner from this next turn, but we're going straight. So you got your choice of grocery stores and local amenities. Like I say, coffee shops are abound. There's one over there. There's one in there. And there's roach coaches. Haven't tried that one yet. I think that was down in Shelton for a while. And you got your hub, which is senior center, thrift shop, events sort of center. Kind of handy. It's great for the thrift shop. Lots of my donations have gone to that shop. I like to keep some things local. If it helps the local community, all the better. On the way out of town, it's the Davis Plantation back there, and Valley Feed. Valley Feed's where we get our chicken food, other sort of chicken supplies. Now we're well onto the old Belfair Highway. Basically, this was the highway before Highway 3 went up and over the hill. This stays fairly level. This goes through the valley. Some call it Belfair Valley Road. Now, what's this guy doing? He's not indicating or anything. Oh, there you go. Last minute, yeah. Yeah, this just cuts through the valley, and it's a nice little ride. This is about the only, there's 2 or 3 straight points, but most of it's kind of twisty. So we'll get on with it. Some really nice display of sunflowers. Yeah, I got one in my yard, and these guys, I think they're selling them. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Coming up is Bear Creek to Water Road, goes to Tiger Lake and Panther Lake, and way out towards Tahoya. That's a nice little drive up there. I might take that one day. Coming up here on my right, you're supposed to be doing 25, I think, through here, so I will slow down. Is a ethanol-free store, gas store, Bear Creek Country Store and Feed. But yeah, one of the few places around here has ethanol-free gas. Just getting more and more rare. There's even Archers in town. This is still considered Belfair until it's county line just down the road here. KBH Archers. They got a really nice setup. A covered sort of porch deal where you can shoot from. Yeah, really well organized little range there, archery range. Now we're entering Kitsap County. Kitsap County is dead north of Mason County. As Port Orchard, Bremerton as its kind of city centers. Off to the left up there is Green Mountain. I don't know why they call it that. Can't figure that one out. Christmas Tree Farms. I think I mentioned before, this area is good for that. Tons of Christmas tree farms, and you pick kind of Christmas tree places. Trees end up all over the country, probably all over the world. Mostly Doug firs. Entering Bremerton city limits. Doesn't look too city-ish, but I'm so thankful for cruise control. Got arthritis in probably both hands. My middle finger on my left hand, my index finger on my right hand, both taking injuries. So being able to take your hands off the bar occasionally, you keep one hand on. If the bike doesn't wobble too much, take them both off and cruise nicely, but one hand on is better. But it does give a break for the right hand, the throttle hand. That's Highway 3 that we would have been on. Instead, we're on Old Belfair Highway. Now we're going up into the hills. You got the right of way, buddy. Go ahead. You're smart driving that car. Alright, up into the hills of Gorst. You know, I think this is still Belfair Valley Road. Kind of just another way around the main road that's down below on our right. If that's backed up to the point of ridiculous, this is kind of an option. A couple times that's flooded. Right there, the train trestle and whoa, piece of copper in the road. There's like 2 feet of water, and a lot of cars can't get through that. So people backed up to this route. Kind of a neat spot. There's some good views from up here, if you can see in between the trees. A couple houses along here on the right, they're totally hidden off the road, but they have a peekaboo view out onto the inlet where the ships are. We'll try and stop at a spot where we can see the ships from. I know there's somewhere along here you can get a view of the shipyard. I guess not everyone wants to have a view of the shipyard, but being a Navy veteran, it's kind of interesting for me to watch them come and go. The USS Ronald Reagan pulled in last week at CVN 65, I think, or 70, 75, or is it 76? Oh my God, I should know these things. Anywho, it's one of the newer models, and it's massive. It is huge. That's some firewood. Zip zap zoom on your little bike. Oh, a little electric bike. I think it was like a bicycle. It looked like a bike. You know, I might go straight here. See if I can get a view. Well, that's a pretty color. Let's see what's down here. There's a little bit of a view. You can see across to Port Orchard. There's most of the inlet. During World War II, there would have been ships anchored out here all the way across. Puget Sound Naval Shipyard was a big stepping off place from the West Coast. Went from here to Hawaii to the Pacific Theater. Hey, Bremerton, let's go that way. Okay, a little bit of a view from out there. Entering Bremerton city limits. Did we already do that? Anywho, so this is Bremerton. It's part of a, not quite in town. Don't know if I'll go through the in-town part. I might just, like I say, stop up at the bike shop. Then end it there. Good place to stop and have a look at stuff. And it's 10:30 now, 10:53. So they should be open on a Saturday. I'm sure they open at 9 or 10. My favorite bread store. It's a bakery outlet. Great deals on bread. It might be a day old bread, but still freezes and keeps well. So we're going to Brothers Honda. It used to be called Brothers Honda. Now I don't know what they've got on the top of their building now. But I've bought several bikes from this company. Bremerton Power Sports or Brothers Power Sports. The Brothers Power Sports, Yamaha, Honda, Sea-Doo. It's worth going to kick tires a little bit, just have a look. And the customer parking with all the, actually not just customer parking, I don't think. Yeah, no, some of these are for sale as well. Last time I came here, I looked at bikes before I bought the Triumph. So I bought the Triumph Tiger 800 XRT from South Sound or So Motors in Tacoma. They had what I wanted, and there it is.